If you think your marriage is unbreakable, wait until you hear what happened to me. One ordinary evening became the greatest betrayal of my life. My pregnant wife vanished to a party without telling me, and less than 24 hours later, I discovered a secret so devastating that it destroyed everything I believed about our future together. My name is Ethan. I'm 32, and until last year, I believed I had the perfect life. I worked as a project manager for a construction company, while my wife, Jessica, was a 29-year-old marketing executive. We had been married for 4 years and had recently discovered that she was 3 months pregnant with our first child. I was thrilled. At least, I thought I was. Looking back now, the warning signs had been everywhere. Jessica became distant after learning she was pregnant. She spent more time on her phone, smiled at messages she refused to explain, and often stepped outside to take private calls. Whenever I asked whether something was wrong, she blamed the stress of pregnancy. I believed her. One Friday evening, I came home early with her favorite takeout. The house was empty. I called her. No answer. An hour later, she texted, "Out with friends, don't wait up." That was it. No explanation, no details, nothing. I felt annoyed because she was pregnant and had never mentioned making plans. At midnight, I heard her come home. She smelled like alcohol and expensive cologne that definitely wasn't mine. "Where were you?" I asked, and she rolled her eyes. "Seriously? I went to a party." "A party? Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I didn't think I needed permission." The argument quickly escalated. Eventually, she stormed upstairs and slammed the bedroom door. I spent the entire night on the couch, wondering what had happened to the woman I married. The next morning, Jessica was still asleep when her phone lit up on the kitchen counter. I wasn't the kind of husband who checked phones, but something felt wrong, very wrong. The screen showed a message from a contact saved as M. My stomach tightened. The message read, "Last night was incredible. I can't stop thinking about you." I froze. For several seconds, I couldn't breathe. Then another message arrived. "I know the baby complicates things, but we'll figure it out." The baby? My hands began shaking. I opened the conversation. Hundreds of messages appeared. Photos, plans, declarations of love, and one horrifying truth. Jessica had been having an affair with a coworker named Marcus for nearly 7 months. 7 months? That meant the affair had started long before she became pregnant. Then I found messages discussing dates. The timeline didn't make sense. A terrible possibility entered my mind. What if the baby wasn't mine? I quietly took screenshots of everything and sent them to myself. Then I waited. When Jessica finally woke up, I sat across from her at the dining table. She immediately sensed that something was wrong. What? I slid my phone across the table. Her face turned white. For the first time in years, she looked genuinely terrified. "Ethan, I can explain." "No," I replied calmly. "You can answer one question." Tears filled her eyes. I asked the question that had been destroying me for hours. "Is the baby mine?" Silence. A silence that felt like a knife being pushed deeper into my chest. Finally she whispered, "I don't know." Everything inside me died in that moment. I stood up and walked away before I said something I'd regret. Over the next few days, I contacted a lawyer and arranged a prenatal paternity test. Jessica begged me to forgive her. She cried, apologized, promised to end the affair, but it was too late. Trust wasn't broken. It was obliterated. Then karma stepped in. Marcus wasn't single. He was married. When his wife discovered the evidence, she immediately filed for divorce and exposed the affair to their entire workplace. Within weeks, Marcus lost both his marriage and his management position. Jessica's reputation collapsed alongside his. Coworkers stopped trusting her. Friends began distancing themselves. The fantasy relationship they had sacrificed everything for started falling apart under real-world consequences. Then the paternity results arrived. I opened the envelope with trembling hands. Jessica sat across from me, crying. The result confirmed what I already suspected. I was not the father. The room became completely silent. Jessica broke down, but strangely, I felt relief. The uncertainty was finally over. That same day, I finalized my decision and moved forward with the divorce. Months later, I heard through mutual friends that Marcus had left Jessica after realizing the excitement of their secret affair couldn't survive reality. She lost her marriage, her reputation, and the man she thought was worth risking everything for. As for me, I focused on rebuilding my life. It wasn't easy. Betrayal never is. But every painful ending creates space for a better beginning. The woman I trusted destroyed our future with one selfish choice. Yet in the end, the truth gave me something far more valuable than revenge. It gave me freedom.